Hello there, Eddie Mercado here with BloodyElbow.com, and today I will be speaking with the UFC's number 14 light heavyweight, Jared Cannonier, as he is headed to UFC on Fox 26 in Winnipeg, Canada, to take on the number 15 ranked Jan Błachowicz. So let's give Jared a call and find out what he's been up to since his last fight. Find out his thoughts about returning to the cold in Winnipeg, Canada, and maybe his thoughts on facing a top 15 light heavyweight. Mr. Jared Cannonier, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for taking out the time. Huge fight ahead of you. You are headed to Winnipeg, Canada, returning back to the cold to face Jan Błachowicz, who is the number 15 ranked light heavyweight. This is going down on December 16th. How are things?
Things are very well. You know, especially coming up. I'm very excited to get back in there and, get to make some more money.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the last time we spoke, you told me about how you left your full-time job and all the benefits in pursuit of your mixed martial arts career. Are you happy with your decision? You feel like it's paying off and no regrets?
Well, I'm maintaining, so I'm happy with that. I haven't, tanked or anything like that. So, we're just going, just trying to get fights and trying to get wins and trying to get the money that comes with that.
Understandable.
So just trying to stay healthy and all that good stuff,
Okay, so the last time we saw you in the Octagon, the Tough 25 finale, you were supposed to face Steve Bossy, but he ended up pulling out last minute. You fought Nick Rourke, who was making his UFC debut. I think it was like 3 days' notice, maybe. Did the opponent switch bother you at all?
Not at all. That fight, actually influenced my decision to quit my full-time job. That win there. So it was a good thing that I got a fight. I was just happy with that. I didn't really care who would have been, but I'm glad they found somebody, and I'm glad I got the win. So I want to keep that momentum going in the next fight.
Yeah, dominant performance. So round 1, you bombed on him, and he took it. Round 2, you bombed on him, and he took it. Round 3, you bombed on him, and he finally could not take any more. What was your thoughts on your performance, though?
I felt good in there, man. My thoughts are, it is what it is. He did take a lot of shots in there. I actually broke my hand in the second round, on that second overhand right. But, I found a way to get the finish, and it worked out. So,
yeah.
I wish I got the bonus, though. That would have been nice.
Yeah, were you surprised that he was able to absorb so much damage?
Well, after the fact, I found out that, he had tested positive, after the fight.
Oh, did he?
It was a couple of weeks after the fight, he had got tested for out of competition. So
wow.
He got flagged by them. And so, in my thinking, he was using it while, to prepare for his fight that he had coming up. Because he had a fight, originally scheduled 2 or 3 days after our fight. So he was getting ready for something.
Do you have any idea what he got flagged for?
All I know is that it was something that people use when they're cycling off of, coming off of a cycle.
Okay, interesting. Huh.
I don't know exactly what it was, but again, that's just hearsay. If it is true, I mean, that sucks. It sucks that I broke my hand against his head. You know what I'm saying? I injured my elbow as well. And, but it is what it is. The name of the game, I suppose.
Yeah, unfortunately. So you think that's what possibly allowed him to just absorb so much punishment?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Especially the shots I was dishing out. So, but who knows? I don't know. Whatever, it don't matter. I hit him like I said I was going to do.
Yeah, and, you put him away there in the third round. you were scheduled to face Little Nog, and he got flagged by USADA, and that fight was canceled. What's up with all these people who they're like doping? It's like they know they're fighting you, and things are happening.
Well, it is what it is. Who knows? He says they say that he tainted supplements. So, and we've heard that. We've heard that excuse from other different fighters as well. So, with that in mind, I actually stopped taking the supplements that I was taking. I was taking like fish oil and multivitamins, probiotics, and stuff like that. I can't even take that no more for fear of, me looking like the guy with egg on my face. You know what I'm saying? So.
That might be the best approach because supplements really aren't regulated. So, I mean, what's preventing anyone from putting anything in their product and saying it's something else?
Yeah. And, that's why I'm glad USADA is there to catch these guys, because I don't want to break my hands against somebody's head who's been, using performance enhancers. If it was fair playing ground, then I would accept that. But, again, I'm glad USADA's out there catching these guys, keep up the hard work, stay on their ass, stay on my ass, shit.
How's the hand? How'd the hand come out okay? Is it healed up?
The hand is nice, the hand is good, actually, for it being, was it like 3 months out? No, 4 months out. So I had the surgery at the end of July.
Okay, yeah, about 4 months.
Yeah, so the hand is good, The doctors did a real good job putting me back together, and physical therapy worked out well. I did, everything, the doctor suggested to do, and the hand is nice. I'm not having any issues with it, so back to business, December 16th.
Awesome. Now, December 16th, Winnipeg, Canada. You're from Alaska, so the cold is nothing new to you, but what do you think about returning to freezing temperatures?
Well, I'm not excited about it, I may have been in Alaska for the last 10 years. Don't make me Alaskan. I'm a Texan. I like the heat. I like the sun. I'm a sun person, so, so I'm glad I came back down here in the summertime, when Alaska's really nice. And, but Phoenix is hot, and it worked out well for me because I sweat a lot, and it helped me it's helped me keep the weight off. So I'm happy with the environment I'm in. I'm happy at the new gym I'm at. Everything's going very well there. And I'm getting some good work in, and it's all going to show in December.
Okay, so your opponent, Jan Błachowicz, he is ranked number 15. He was on the losing end of a couple decisions. He lost 4 out of 5 fights before catching a standing rear naked choke on Devin Clark. This was this past October. What do you think of the stylistic matchup here, and are you happy with the matchup?
I'm very happy with the matchup. Jan's a tough dude. Like you said, some of those decisions were against the top guys in the division. Gustafsson, Manuwa. Who else did he fought? A bunch of guys. He's fought, a bunch of top guys. So he's tough, and all those losses have been decisions. It's not like he's been getting wrecked in there. So and the dude's a black belt now. So he's, I know what his weapon is. I know what his advantage is, or at least what he thinks his advantage is, and I know what my advantage is, and everybody knows what my advantage is. So they know what I'm going to do. And like I said, the work I'm getting here at the lab is preparing me for all different types of situations that can occur in the fight. And again, it's going very well here. And once again, it's going to show December 16th.
Now, you think he's going to end up shooting in on you?
Well, that would be the best thing, smartest decision to make for him. Because, once the hands start going, there's 2 ways down. You can shoot or you can fall. So, but that's what I'm preparing for. I'm preparing for a guy to shoot. That's because I feel like I'm going to have the striking advantage in most of the matchups. So, again, that's one of the things we're preparing for.
Okay, now you're training at the MMA Lab. down there. You're in Phoenix. How's the weight cut going? I know you fought at heavyweight. You've talked about fighting at 185. Have you kind of stabilized at 205? Is that your home officially?
Well, I hadn't necessarily stabilized here again because I'm new to the environment here in Phoenix, and again the weight keeps working out. Weight keeps coming off, and I'm new to the environment at the MMA Lab as well. So the work I'm getting in there is melting the weight off as well. It's good, consistent work, and you know, it's all about showing up. So I keep showing up, and I keep getting better.
What would you say? What would you say is the biggest advantage that you've seen since moving to a bigger gym?
Oh man, I mean, there's endless advantages. Especially, moving to a big gym and not having a full-time job to work and train at the same time. That's one of the biggest changes that I'm experiencing. And just fighting. Everything's about fighting and family, and which is exactly the way I want it. And I'm happy here. I'm happy here with my family. My family's happy. And I get to go and train, 2-3 times a day if I want to. And that's what I want to do. I want to train and build myself, as not just as a UFC fighter, but as something bigger than a UFC fighter. And I don't mean that in the sense of combat sports, So, but yeah, I feel like I'm going to grow exponentially here.
Okay. Now, do you have a prediction? Do you have how do you see this going down? Is it going to be a 1-round fight? Is it going to be a 3-round war? How do you envision this playing out?
Well, I don't choose how my opponent falls. I leave that up to my opponent. I know one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch, I'm going to kick, I'm going to move, I'm going to stick. And, luckily I hit hard enough, that it's effective. So, and again, I'm working, changing things on the fly, changing the tempo, and just creating art in there, So being something outside of myself and doing things outside of myself that I can't really explain, So, but it's going to be good. I don't really like to make predictions, Like I said, all I'm going to do is try to beat him. And I'm not just going to try to beat him. I'm going to try to, to stop him, to finish him, to incapacitate him. And the ref is going to stop me from completing my task. Okay. So, it's going to be fun, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do, it's his job to do the same thing. So, and I'm prepared for that.
So after your last bout, you got on the microphone and you called out Gokhan Saki. What's next for you? Is that something you're still hunting for, or have you let that go, or what's next? What's next for Jared Cannonier?
Well, I was just, yeah, I don't know. I don't care, It's not a fight that I would, turn down, but, that's a fight. And that's a fight I would like to get paid to do,
Yeah, it's a huge fight. That's a big fight. Absolutely. Yes.
So, again, I wouldn't turn down any fight, but if they, again, if they're going to, yeah, but, I can't be stupid. I can't be fighting these top guys for pennies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That, again, I don't have a full-time job. I'm paying for my own benefits here. So, I have things that I have to consider when accepting fights. A lot of fighters just take fights like Pac-Man gobbling up dots and shit. So, but I'm not finna sit in that maze and entertain. And I'm not here to entertain people. That's my, that stands for where I'm coming from. I'm not here to entertain people. I'm here to do a job. I'm here to fight people. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to finish people. And, again, that's what I'm going to do. So, but I'm not going to be, I'm not no mindless zombie either, I'm not going to just get in there and fight whoever they want me to fight, whenever they want me to fight them. So, and I think that's one thing a lot of fighters, should consider. You know, not just taking every fight they can get. You know, it's a business. It's a business to it. You know, if they ask Joe Schmo off the street to fight the heavyweight champion of the world tomorrow, Joe Schmo, is he gonna take $8,000 or $10,000 the entry fee? You know what I'm saying? I sure as hell wouldn't. Especially if I, you know, even if I know I wasn't nobody who's going to win, you know. So you have to make that worth someone's while.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a dangerous sport. It's not a game; it's a sport, and that's kind of what sets combat sports apart from a lot of these other sports.
Yeah.
Well, I know you don't like predictions. Well, let me try to get this one out of you. Recently announced Daniel Cormier facing Volkan Oezdemir. This is going down January 20th in Boston, UFC 220. Who takes that?
Oh, man. That's DC, man. I don't know if you can... I'm going to take DC on that one. So... I got DC on that in that fight.
It's hard to pick against DC.
And honestly, I have DC in any fight until he faces me. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a fight you would like to get to before DC calls it a career?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm going to keep fighting, and then eventually, if that fight comes, you know, if they decide, hey, let's do this fight, then we can do some work. We can do business.
Would you still take DC over, if he fought John Jones a third time, would you pick DC over John Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I dig it. Now,
I don't know. Hang on.
I'm not going to argue with you, but...
You don't have to.
Yeah, that's a completely different animal.
Those are all good fights, though. You know, and I wouldn't mind watching any of them.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Now, who are your sponsors? Who are the people behind the scenes helping you out, getting you ready, preparing you, that you would like to give a special shout out to?
I don't really have too many sponsors, except for my gym. You know, gym where I trained at. You know, all the people who's looked out for me. But, you know, my main sponsor would definitely be my wife and my family. So they, you know, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this again. You know, so a lot. And so I want to give a big shout out to my wife, you know, and my kids.
Awesome. Now, how can fans follow you along on your journey? What are your social media outlets? Let's get the Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Killa Gorilla MMA. And I'm on Facebook at The Killa Gorilla. So, y'all, hit me up. You know.
Awesome. Well, Jerry Cannonier, thank you so much for taking out the time. Jan Błachowicz is in your crosshairs. UFC on Fox 26, December 16th, Winnipeg, Canada. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So there you have it. The UFC's number 14 light heavyweight, Jared Cannonier, set to take on the number 15, Jan Błachowicz, in Winnipeg, Canada. That's going down at UFC on Fox 26. Go check that out. In the meantime, you can read me over at bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @Mercado. If you like this interview, you can subscribe to my channel right here. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to Bloody Elbow's YouTube channel right there. Check out these interviews right here. Now go be a good person.